Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me right now. While you're sitting there thinking like a poor person, someone with a rich mindset just took the opportunity you didn't even see. While you're making poor decisions, they're making rich moves. While you're operating from scarcity, they're operating from abundance. The difference between rich and poor isn't in your bank account. It's in your brain. And today, we're going to rewire that brain for wealth. TC, great, vivid, understanding the fundamental differ, ends at he. Mindset. Revelation. You want to know the truth about why some people get rich while others stay poor. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's not even opportunity. It's mindset. Rich people think differently than poor people. They see the world differently. They make decisions differently. They respond to challenges differently. And here's what's going to blow your mind. You can have a poor person's mindset while making 6 figures, and you can have a rich person's mindset while making minimum wage. Because wealth starts in your mind before it shows up in your bank account. THEPOR, mindset says, yo, I can't afford it. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich. People are greedy. I'll never have enough. Money is the root of all evil. THE rich mindset says, how can I afford it? Money flows to those who provide value. Rich people solve big problems. There's always enough for everyone. Money is a tool for good. Do you see the difference? Same situation. Different perspective. Different results. The poor mindset focuses on limitations. The rich mindset focuses on possibility. The poor mindset sees problems. The rich mindset sees the notions. THC scarcity vs. abundance paradigm. This is where it all begins. With your fundamental belief about resources, opportunities, and success. Poor mindset, scarcity thinking. Poor mindset believes, there's not enough to go around. If someone wins, someone else must lose. Resources are limited. Opportunities are rare. Success is for other people. This thinking creates fear. Fear of taking risks. Fear of investing. Fear of trying. Fear of feeling. Rich mindset, abundant thinking, rich mindset believes, there's more than enough for everyone. We can all win together. Resources are you and Lamindi. Opportunities are everywhere. Success is available to anyone willing to work for it. This thinking creates confidence. Confidence to take calculated risks. Confidence to invest in yourself. Confidence to try. Confidence to CECD. Which one describes your thinking right now? Tianxi, money relationship then listens. Your relationship with money determines your relationship with wealth. POR, mindset, money relationship. Money is hard to get. You have to work harder for money. Money causes problems. Rich people are bad people. Money changes people for the worse. You can't be rich and be a good person. Great. Rich mindset, money relationship. Money flows to value creators. You work smarter for money. Money solves problems. Rich people help more people. Money amplifies who you already are. You can be rich and make the world better. Kino, your current financial situation is a direct reflection of your relationship with money. If you have a toxic relationship with money, money will have a toxic relationship with you. THEOPPOR tunity, recognition system, Snasian system. This is quiz critical. Rich and poor-minded people looking at the same situations and see completely different things. A POR mindset sees, why something won't work. All the risk casts involved, what they don't have, why they're not qualified, why the timing is wrong. Rich mindset sees, how to make it work, how to manage the risks, what they can acquire, how to become qualified. Why? Now is the perfect time. Eichel. Hey, same opportunity. Different LNS, different outcome. The rich-minded person doesn't see better opportunities. They see opportunities better. Poor mindset person, breaking free from mental poverty. Victim mentality trap. The number one characteristic of poor mindset is victim mentality. Everything is happening to them, not for them. Poor mindset, victim language. I can't because it's not my fault that if only I had, they won't let me. The system is rigged against. Or this language is poison. It's toxic to your success. It's deadly to your dreams. It keeps you stuck in poverty, thinking rich mind, set owners, hip language. I will find a way to, I take responsibility for, I will create what I need. I will make them see. I will change the system by, you see the difference? Rich mindset takes owner's IP. Poor mindset makes excuses. When you operate from victim mentality, you give away your power. You make other people and circumstances responsible for your success. You become dependent on things you can't control. Stop it right now. Take back your power. Teachy limitation belief system. Poor mindset is built on limitation beliefs. These beliefs become priests and bars that keep you trapped in financial mediocrity. Common poor mindset limitations. I'm not smart enough to be rich. You need money to make money. I don't have the right connections. I'm too old to start now. I'm too young to be taken seriously. I don't have the right education. I'm not lucky like other people. Rich people had advantages I don't have. These beliefs are lies. They're stories you tell yourself to avoid the hard work of changing your circumstances. Rich mindset, belief, repulations. I can learn whatever I need to know. I can start with what I have. I can build the connections I need. Experience is my advantage. Fresh perspective is my strength. I can get educated along the way. I create my own luck through preparation. I can create my own advantages. Every limitation belief is just an excuse in disguise. Every excuse is just fear wearing a mask. TC, instant gratification dizzy. Poor mindset wants everything now. Rich mindset is willing to wait for compo 1 results. Poor mindset, instant gratification. Wants immediate results. Makes decisions based on short-term pleasure. Spends money to feel good now. Avoids anything that requires patience. Quits when results don't come. Quickly rich mindset delayed. Gratification, invests for long-term results. Makes decisions based on future benefits. Delays spending for greater rewards. Understands that good things take time. Persists through slow periods. Rich people plant oak trees. Poor people want apple trees that produce fruit tomorrow. Rich people invest in appreciating essay sets. Poor people spend on depreciating liabilities. Rich people think in delicates. Poor people think in days. They see blame game addiction. Poor mindset is addicted to blame. It's easier to blame than to change. So, WHO, poor mindset, blames the government, the economy, their boss, their parents, their circumstances, their education, their location, their luck. What a rich mindset. Take its responsibility for on their choices, their habits, their skills, their network, their attitude, their EFF, URT, their leaning, their results. All right? Blame is the enemy of change. When you blame external factors, you eliminate your ability to create solutions. Rich mindset says, if it's going to PE, it's up to ME. TG rich mindset architecture, building wealth consciousness, TG abundance activation. Rich mindset starts with abundance consciousness. This isn't wishful thinking. This is strategic thinking. Abundance principle is principle E, value creation focus. Rich mindset asks, how can I create more value? Poor mindset asks, more money. What is it? Poor mindset asks, how can I get more money? The difference, when you focus on creating value, money flows. TOU. When you focus on getting money, value flows away from you. Principle R, problem solving obsession. Rich mindset sees problems as OPP, opportunities. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you make. Poor mindset runs from problems. Rich mindset runs to problems. Principle stream multiplication mentality. Rich mindset thinks, how can I multiply this? Poor mindset thinks, how can I protect this? Rich people multiply money through investments. Poor people protect money through savings. Both are necessary, but multis aren't necessary. But multiplication but must. Multiplicity. But multipopulation comes first. X comes first. Pacamos. Is that teaching investment imperative? Rich mindset invests in three things constantly. E, investment talent. E, self-developmentism. Rich people invest. Sure pivoted through of their income in learning, growing, and developing themselves. Poor people think education stops after school. Rich people know education accelerates after school. Rich people hire coaches. Poor people think coaching is expensive. Rich people buy books. Poor people think books are boring. Rich people attend seminars. Poor people think seminars are scams. Investment are income producing assets. Rich people buy things that make them money. Poor people buy things that cost them money. Rich people buy, real estate that appreciates, stocks that pay dividends, Buenos Einses that generate profit, skills that increase earning potential. Poor people buy, cars that depreciate, slothers that become outdated, gadgets that become obsolete, entertainment that provides temporary pleasure, investment. 3, relationship building. Rich people invest in relationships. 10, poor people expect relationships to just happen. Rich people network strategically. Poor people network socially. Rich people build relationships before they need them. Poor people try to build relationships when they need them. Rich people add value to relationships first. Poor people ask for value from relationships first. Teaching long-term, leveraging, strategia, rich mindset, thinks in systems. Poor mindset thinks in tasks. Rich mindset system thinking, how can I build something that works without me? How can I create passive income? Streams. Yeah. How can I leverage other people's time and money? How can I scale this infinitely? Power R, mindset, task thinking. How can I work more hours? How can I get a higher hourly wage? How can I do everything myself? How can I save more money? Rich people build systems that generate wealth. Poor people work in systems that generate wealth for other people. Rich people own the McDonald's franchise. Poor people work at McDonald's. Rich people write the book. Poor people read the book. Rich people create the course. Poor people take the course to achieve calculated risk mastery. Rich mindset takes calculated risks. Poor mindset either takes no risks or reckless risks. Peel or mindset risk approach. Either I can't afford to lose anything, no risk, or I'll bet it all on this one thing, reckless risk. Rich mindset risk crutch. Yay! What's the worst that could happen? And can I handle that outcome? What's the potential UP side? What can I learn even if this fails? How can I minimize the downside while maximizing the UPS ID? Rich people take many small calculated risks. Poor people take either no risks or one big reckless risk. Rich people understand no risk equals no reward. But reckless risk equals no future. Teaching daily decisions that create wealth or poverty. The time investment dental license. How you spend your time determines your financial future. POOR. Mindset time. Watching TV for hours. Scrolling social media endlessly. Complaining about problems. Gossiping about other people. Playing video games. Video games making XX uses. Rich. Mindset. Time. Young. Rougeon. Reading books that teach new skills. Building relationships that create OP. Opportunities. Working on projects that generate income. Flaunting strategies for growth. Exercising to maintain high energy. Reflecting on lessons. Learned. Kites. Time is your most valuable asset. Poor people waste it. Rich people invest it. Every hour you spend consuming entertainment is an hour you didn't spend creating wealth. Every minute you spend complaining about your citation is a minute you didn't spend changing your citation. Teaches money management mentality. Rich and poor people handle money completely differently. Yeah! Poor mindset. Money man, spends first. Saves what's left. Who is liabilities that drain money? Makes emotional money. Decisions. Thinks paycheck to paycheck. Uses credit for consumption. Rich mindset. Money management pays themselves. First, saves. Eins invests. Boobies assets that generate money, makes logical money, decisions thinks long-term wealth building, uses credit for investment. The first thing rich people do when they get money is paid themselves. The first thing poor people do when they get money is pay everyone else. Rich people live on less than they make. Poor people live on more than they make. Teach learning vs earning paradigm. This is crucial. Poor mindset focuses on earning. Rich mindset focuses on leaning. Poor mindset. Eaning focus. Okay? How can I make more money? Right now. What job pays the most? How can I get a raise? What's the quickest way to make money? Rich mindset, learning focus. What skills will make me more valuable? How can I solve bigger problems? What knowledge do I need? How can I become irreplaceable? Poor people want more money for doing the same thing. Rich people develop more value so money flows to owe them. Poor people ask for raises. Rich people create raises by becoming more valuable. Poor people job hop for more money. Rich people skill hop for more capability. THHE. Networking struggle different. Your network determines your net worth. Poor mindset set. Networking hangs around people at their level or below. Talks about problems without solutions. Asks, what can you do for me? Networks only when they need something. Focuses on getting value. Value from relationships. Research mindset. Networking king. Seeks out people more successful than them, talks about solutions and opportunities. Asks, how can I help you? Networks consistently, even when they don't need anything. Focuses on giving value to relationships. Rich people collect mentors. Poor people collect compliants. Rich people surround themselves with dream builders. Poor people surround themselves with dream killers. Show me your 5 closest friends, and I'll show you your future. Teach you wealth building blueprint, practical rich mindset. Inspirational teaches value. Creation formula. Rich mindset follows. This formula. Value created, dist income earned. You want more money? Create more value. You want more income? Solve bigger problems. You want more wealth? Help more people. Teach value. Create your own pros. Step E, identify problems. Rich mindset constantly asks, what problems do people have that I could solve? Poor mindset asks, what jobs are available? Rich people create job best by solving problems. Poor people look for jobs. Create by other people. Step R, develop the solutions. Rich mindset asks, how can I solve this problem better than anyone else? This requires, research, understanding the problem deeply, the innovation, creating unique solutions, testing, proving your solution. Work, immerse, refinement, making your solution better. Step C, scale the solution. Rich mindset asks, how can I help more people with this solution? This requires no systems, creating processes that work without you. Peaceless, building teams that can deliver the solution. Technology, using tools that multiplies your impact. Marketing, reaching more people who need your solution. Teaches multiple, in mum streams, Sturbe. Rich people don't depend on one income source. They create multiple streams. Poor mindset on income, come on, stet income, strage, known. One job, one paycheck, one source of security. If that source stops, they're in trouble. Rich mindset income streams, identifiable income streams, diversified revenue sources, multiple layers of security. If one source stops, they still have other than STHE, 7 income stream categories. Stream in E, earned income, money you get from working job, freelancing, consulting, stream or profit income, money you get from businesses you own, stream seen, enter, est income, money you get from lending money, stream sir, dividend income, money you get from owning stocks, stream woo, rental income, money you get from real estate, property, stream, dick, capital gains, money you get from selling assets for more than you paid, stream chi, royalty income, money you get from intellectual property. Rich people develop income in all L7 categories. Poor people focus on only one. Section C, the asset accumulation duration. Rich people buy assets. Poor people buy liabilities. What SAN asset? Something that puts money in your pocket. What's a liability? Something that takes money out of your pocket. Rich people, assets, real estate that appreciates and generates rental income, stocks that pay dividends and increase in value, businesses that generate profit, intellectual property that generates royalties, skills that increase earning potential. Poor people, assets, actually liabilities, houses they live in, cost, mortgage, taxes, maintenance, insurance, Cars cost, payments, insurance, maintenance, depreciation, boats cost, payments, maintenance, storage, insurance, expensive clothes and gadgets. The key, buy assets first, then use the income from assets to buy the liabilities you want. Teach Kampo one and rest commandment. Rich people understand the eat wonder of the world. Compound interest. Albert Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, he earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. THC Kampo one and rest principle. Key, start early. Be consistent. Be patient. Si pure mind asset Kampo when in see. Kampo when the interest, starts late. Is inconsistent. Gets impatient. Takes money out instead of leaving it. Einrich mindset. Kampo when the interest. Starts as early as possible. Invests constantly regardless of market conditions. Stays patient for decades. Never touches the principal. Lives off the growth. Alright. Teachy magic of starting early. Person A invests R dollars. Linga per year from age. Shurjo fu R shurliu. By years. Shurliu. Ling total. Person B invests R. Ling per year from age 27 fu 39 years. 78. Ling total at 7% annual return. Person A ends with E 19 ling. Person B ends with Wu by sister. Ling. Person A invested less money for FP for years, but ended with A almost twice as much. That's the power of compound interest. That's the power of starting early. Teach your mindset, transfame, pronatical. Rearing your brain for wealth. Teaching daily rich mindset rituals. Wealth consciousness requires daily reinforcement. Morning wealth activation. Ling AM. Rich mindset affirmations. I am a value creator. Money flows to me because I solve problems. I think like a rich person. I make decisions like a wealthy person. I see opportunities everywhere. Through AM. Financial goal. Visualization. See yourself achieving your financial goals. Feel what it's like to have financial freedom. Experience the emotions of wealth. Sensors AM. Wealth visualizing education. Read Sensors Minutes from books about young investing, Boston building, mindset development, successes strategies, what self-creation, midday wealth reinforcement. Hey, Sarar, Link PM, OPP or Noon assessment. Hey, ask yourself, what opportunities have I seen today that I could pursue? Sure PM minus value creation evaluation. Ask yourself, how have I created value today? How can I create more? Evening wealth reflection. Joe, Ling PM, rich mindset Ryu, code. Did I think like a rich person today? What poor mindset thoughts did I catch and correct? What rich mindset decisions did I make? Joe, Sir PM, tomorrow's wealth planning. How will I create value tomorrow? What wealth building activity will I do? What rich mindset principle will I practice? THE power mindset elimination system. You must actively eliminate poor mindset thoughts. TC thought stopping technique. Stepping awareness. Catch yourself thinking poor mindset thoughts. Step R. Interrelation. Literally say stop out loud when you catch a poor mindset thought. Send, replacement. Immediately replace the poor mindset thought with a rich mindset. What's it? Taught. It's a P-O-R, rich taught replenances. I can't afford it. How can I afford IT? Money doesn't grow on trees. Money flows to value creators. Rich people are greedy. Rich people solve big problems. I'll never be rich. I'm developing my wealth consciousness. Money is evil. Money is a tool for good. Proceed by action. Take one small action that aligns with the rich mindset thought. Take the wealthy environment engineering. Your end germinates, shapes your mindset. Rich mindset requires a wealth-focused environment. One health NNV merments, elements, and element E, one health win prize, Ritz. And read books by and about wealthy people. Listen to podcasts about wealth building. Watch videos about financial success. Follow wealthy people on social media MLR. Wealthy Ask Associations. We join investment clubs, attend real estate meetups, network with entrepreneurs, find mentors who are wealthy. Element 3. Wealth. Wealthy. Visual. Create a vision board with your financial goals. Put pictures of your dream. Latza, where you'll see them daily. Write your financial goals where you'll read them every day. Eminent. Wealthy language. Eliminate poor mindset. Language from your vocabulary. Practice rich mindset. Language daily. Speak about money. Positively. Talk about your financial goals as if they're inevitable. The resistance override protocol. Your brain will resist the change from poor to rich mindset. This is normal, common resistance pattern NS. Resistance E. This positive thinking stuff doesn't work. Ultimately, this isn't positive thinking. This is strategic thinking. Rich people think strategically about money. Resistance R. I don't want to become greedy like rich people. Otivile. Rich people aren't greedy. They're generous. Having more money allows me to help more people. Resistance 3. Money doesn't buy happiness. Audrey, money doesn't buy happiness, but poverty doesn't buy happiness either. Money buys freedom, and freedom creates OPP, opportunities for happiness. Resistance 2. I'm comfortable where I am. Javier, comfort is the enemy of growth. Financial growth requires stepping outside my comfort zone. TG resistance, Redauer formula, right? Acknowledge the resistance, challenge the belief, replace with truth. Take action anyway. Tishi wealth acceleration, strategies, abandoned rich mindset tactics. The business mindset activation. Rich mindset thinks like a business owner, not an employee. PM sex scaly mindset, trades time for money, focuses on job. Segurgard waits for someone else to create OPP, opportunities. Thinks about next paycheck, avoids risky. Business owner, mind is set. Rico, create systems that generate money. Focuses on wealth, creation. Create their own OPP Ortides. Thinks about building NET worth manages risk. Even if you have a GOBB, you can think like a business owner. Your personal business strategy. Why you are the CEO of your life, Inc. What's your business plan? What's your marketing strategy? What's your growth plan? What's your competitive advantage? Your any skills are your products? How can you improve your products? How can you market your products better? Yeah. How can you create new products? How can you increase your product value? Your Carever is your business. How can you increase revenue? How can you reduce costs? How can you expand into new markets? How can you build strategic partnerships? The investment mindset mastery. Rich mindset sees everything as an investment opportunity. Investment mindset principles. Principle E, RY thinking. Rich mindset asks, what's the return on investment for this decision? Poor mindset asks, how much does this KOET? Principle R, opportunity, coast awareness. Rich mindset asks, if I choose this, what am I giving up? Poor mindset doesn't consider opportunity cost. Principle seen, time value of money. Rich mindset understands money today is worth more than money tomorrow. Poor mindset doesn't understand time value, investment decision measurements. Yet before making any purchase, ask, will this make me money? Will this save me money? Will this make me more valuable? Will this improve my health? Will this strengthen my relationships? If the answer to all 5 is no, don't buy it. The leverage amplification strategy. Rich mindset understands leverage. Poor mindset fears leverage. TG, 4 types of leveraging. Leveraging type E. Other people's time. Rich people build teams. Poor people work alone. Rich people delegate. Poor people try to do everything themselves. Leverage type other people's money. Rich people use OPM, other people's money, to buy assets. Poor people only use their own money. Rich people understand you don't need money to make money. You need the ability to control money. Leverage type sin. Other people experience. Rich people hire experts. Poor people try to figure everything out themselves. Rich people pay for knowledge. Poor people try to save money by staying ignorant. Leverage type systems and technology. Rich people build systems that work without them. Poor people are the system. Rich people use technology to multiply their efforts. Poor people use technology for entertainment. The market mastery mindset. Rich mindset understands markets. Poor mindset fears markets. Market understanding fundamentals. Supply and demand. Rich mindset. How can I create high demand for limited supply? Poor mindset. Why is everything so expensive? Fundamental R, value per engine, value per engine, rich mindset. How can I increase the per CADA value of what I offer? Poor mindset. Why won't people pay what I'm asking? Fundamental three, fundamental three, fundamentals 3, Timming and cyclists, rich mindset. What phase of the cycle are we in? And how can I capitalize on it? Poor mindset. Bad things always happen to ME. So, THE, marquee T, OPP, opportunity formula. Get a problem times people, affected times urgency, times ability to pay, market, OPP, opportunity. Rich people look for big problems affecting many people who urgently need solutions and can AFF or to pay for them. This is real world blend, transforming mindset into money. Kind of the career acceleration protocol. Applied rich mindset to your character. P-O-R, mind to see set to character. Approach. Joe, do the minimum required. Wait for someone to notice. Ask for raises based on time served. Complain about not getting promoted. Blame others for lack of investment. Rich mind set character. Praj. Joe. Exceed every scupation. Make your value obvious. Earn raises by creating more value. Create promotion opportunities by solving problems. Take responsibility for your own A to V, mentees, age of character. Wealth, strategy. Wealth. Strategy. Step. Koi. Become indispensable. Develop skills your company needs. Solve problems others can't solve. Make yourself the go-to person for important projects. Step deducting in your value. Track your consumptions, measure your impact, quantify your results. Step 10, negate from stressy. Show the value create. Demonstrate the cost of losing you. Present your case professionally, right? Step serve. Berger, your reputations, right? Train others to do your current job. Make yourself promotable by making others capable. Show leadership by developing other ends. The side business blueprint. Rich mindset creates additional income streams. Tishi side business. Evaluation. Ask yourself. What problems can I solve? What skills do I have? What do people ask me for help with? What am I naturally good at? What do I enjoy doing? Teaching side business, launch sequence, research, validate. There's demand for your solution research, your competition, identify your target market, you'll plan, define your value proposition, create your business model, set your pricing strategy, test. Create a minimum viable product. Get your first test customers. Gather feedback a week. Launch. Officially start your business. Begin marketing efforts. Start generating Revenue-rich mindset side business roles. Start small, but think big. Reinvest profits to grow. Focus on value creation. Build systems from day one. Plan for scale, be the investment implementation plan. Rich mindset. Invest consistently. Teach beginner investor pronatical. Mangali. Education. Read investing basics. Understand different investment types. Learn about risk and return. Rico Mangle set up. Open investment. Set up automatic transfers. Choose your first investments. Make scene execution and make your first investments. Start dollar cost averaging. Begin tracking your progress, rich mindans. Set investment. Princip plus. Start now. Even with small amounts. Invest consistently, regardless of market conditions. Diversify across different asset classes. Keep costs low, stay patient, and think long term. Don't try to time the market. Reinvest all dividends. Increase investments when income increase. The debt elimination strategy. Rich mindset eliminates bad debt and uses good debt strategically. Bad DBT versus good DBT. Bad DBT. Credit card debt for consumption. Car loans for expensive cars. Personal loans for vacations. Store financing for furniture. Any debt that doesn't generate INCMC. Garden DEDCBT. Mortgages on a printing real estate. Business loans that generate more income than they cost. Or student loans for degrees that increase earning potential. Investment property, MORT, gauges. TCDEBT, elimination of LA and Sheeta. Step E, list all debt deals. Amount OED, interest and rate, minimum paid mint. Step R, prior to pay minimums on all L debts. Put extra money toward Higo's interest rate debt. When one debt is paid off, roll that payment to the next highest rate. Steps in, accelerate. Find extra money to put toward debt. Use windfalls, tax refunds, bonuses for debt elimination. Consider side income, specifically for debt payoff. Rich mindset, DBT, Stragia. Eliminate bad debt as fast as possible. Use good debt strategically to build wealth. Teach you wealthy habits in the nation. Daily practices of the rich. The morning wealth routine. Rich people start every day with wealth building activities. Ling am, wake up early. Rich people wake up before the world demands their attention. This gives them time to work on themselves before working for others. Poor people hit the snooze button and start their day reacting to demands. Suruyamic circus. Rich people invest in their physical health because, it increases energy, it improves mental clarity, it builds discipline, it reduces healthcare kiostos. Sister meditation / reflection. Rich people spend time in quiet thought. Visualizing their goals, flaunting their day, reflecting on their progress, centering their mindset. Kaluk lingayam. Laning. Rich people spend sensor-fu, Lixer's minutes every morning reading books about success, listening to educational podcasts, watching instructional videos, studying their NDU story, low CAM planning. Rich people plan their day with intention. Oh, what are the top 10 priorities? What wealth building activities will they do? How will they create value today? Section B, the wealth building work habits. Rich mindset approaches work differently. Rich work habit E. Focus on high value activities. Rich people identify the Bifinger arts of activities that produce Bifinger bashers of results. They focus their time and energy on these high-impact activities. Poor people spread their time equally across all L activities. Rich work habit R, batchy similar tasks. Rich people group similar tasks together, All phone calls at ONC, SC, all emails at ONCE, all meetings in one block, This reduces pin stack switching and increases EFF, IC&C. Rich work habits send, delegate, or eliminate. Rich people constantly ask, no, can someone else do this better? Can someone else do this cheaper? Does this need to be done at all? In rich work habits, here, invest in productivity tools. Rich people buy tools that multiply their effectiveness, software that automates tasks, a deacon that increases speed, services that handle low value work, the evening wealth review. Rich people end every day by reviewing and planning. Kai pa ling PM daily. Review. What did I accomplish today? How did I create value? What did I learn? Where can I improve? Sure, PM financial tracking. Rich people check their finances daily. Account balances, investment, performance, business, revenue, expense tracking, bots, sensors, PM, tomorrow's preparation. What are tomorrow's top P priorities? What wealth building activities are planned? What challenges might I face? How will I overcome those challenges? Suster Wu PM's gratitude practices. Rich people practice gratitude for what they've ACC accomplished, what they've learned, what they have, what opportunities exist, the weekend wealth activities. Rich people use weekends for wet health fly jing. Weekend wet health activity E, strategic planning. Review progress toward goals. Adjust strategies based on results. Plan the upcoming week. Identify new OPP opportunities. Weekend wealth activity or skill develop engine. Take online courses, practice new skills, work on side projects, build their expertise. Weekend wealth activity send, network building, attend networking events, meet with mentors, connect with like-minded people, build strategic relationships. Weekend wealth activity, investment, research, investment, OP opportunities, lies market trends. Study successful investors' plan investment strategies. Teaching mindset multipliers, accelerating your wealth consciousness. The mentorship imperative. Rich mindset seeks mentors. Poor mindset goes it alone. WHY, mentors matter. They've already made the mistakes you're about to make. They can see your blind spots. They have networks you need das to do. They can accelerate your leaning curve. How to find mentors. Step E. To identify who you need. Who has achieved what you want to achieve? Who has skills you need to develop? Who has access to opportunities you want? Step R, added value first. Don't ask, will you mentor me? Ask, how can I help you? Offer your service. Share valuable information. Make valuable connections. Solve their problems. Step Sreen, B-E, Wart, mentoring, ye, show. You're coachable. Take action on advice. Show progress. Be grateful. Ye tactics of mend, meters you need. Teach a business. Mentor. Someone who's built successful businesses. THE, investment mentor. Someone who's wealthy from investing. THE, mindset mentor. Someone who's overcome limiting beliefs. THINDU, S-Tari mentor. Someone who's successful in your field, the network effect. Maximization. Your network is your net worth. Rich mindset builds network strategically. Secure or mindset networking. Hangs out with people that they're self-tests. Pure mindset networking, hangs out with people at their levels, talks about problems and complaints, only networks when they need something. Focus on what others can do for them. Rich-minded set networking. Seeks out people more successful. Talks about OPP, opportunities and solutions networks. Consistently. Always giving value. Focus on what they can do for other, teaching strategic networking formula. Step E. To identify target connections. Who do you need to know? Where do these people gather? What events do they attend? What events do they attend? Step R, pair value, propositions, right? What can you offer? How can you help them? What value do you bring? Steps in, filling up systematically, send personalized, follow-ups, offer specific help, stay in regular dual aster contact, add value consistently. Section C, the mastermind multiplication. Rich people join or create masterminds. Poor people try to figure everything out alone. What is a mastermind? A group of like-minded individuals who meet regularly to, share challenges, brainstorm, solution shoulder each other, accountable, share resources and connections. Mastermind benefits. Multiple perspectives on your challenges. Accountability for your goals. Access to others. Networks. Shared knowledge and resources. Moral support during difficult times. Show, create a mastermind. Step, Ebers. Find members. Look for people at your level or slightly above. Find people with complementary skills. Choose people who are action-oriented. Select people who are committed to growth. Step R, SET structure. Structure. Meet regularly, weekly or bi-weekly. Set agendas for each meeting. Create accountability systems. Establish ground rules. Steps 10. Facilitate value. Each member gets hot seat time. Everyone contributes ideas. Share resources and connections. Hold each other. Hold each other accountable. The continuous learning protocol. Rich mindset commits to lifelong learning. Poor mindset thinks education ends with school. TT, rich, leaning, straggish, daily leaning, censor food, elixirs minutes every day. Kite, books about success. Podcasts about wealth. Videos about your Industry. Articles about trends. Weekly leaning. Deeper dive sessions. Online. Courses. Webinar. Training skill. Development. Practice. Industry research projects. Mingly leaning. Formal education. Attend conferences. Take specialized courses. Join professional associations. Hire coaches. Quarterly leaning. Strategic education. Assess skill gaps. Plan learning priorities. Invest in major education. Update learning strategy. Teach learning ROI. Calculation. Right. For every dollar you invest in learning, calculate the potential return. How will this knowledge increase your income? How will this skill make you more valuable? How will this information create OPP opportunities? Rich people see education as an investment. Poor people see education as an expense. Teaching mindset master challenges, overcoming mental wealth obstacles, the success sabotage elimination. Rich mindset recognizes and eliminates success sabotage patterns. Common success sabotage, behaviors. See sabotage E, imposter syndrome. I don't deserve success. I'm not qualified for this OP or T unity. People will find out I'm a fraud. Rich mindset antidote. Key, I deserve success because I create value. I'll become qualified by leaning and growing. Everyone starts as a beginner. Sabotage R, fear of success. What if I can't handle success? What if success changes ME? What if I lose my friends? Rich mindset antidote. E. I'll grow into success. Success will amplify who I already am. Real friends celebrate my success. Sabotage screen. Perfectionism paralyzes. It has to be perfect before I start. I need to know everything first. I can't launch until it's flawless. Rich mindset antidote. Done is better than perfect. I'll improve as I go. Perfect is the enemy of progress. The money guilt dissolution. Poor mindset feels guilty about wanting money. Rich mindset sees money as a tool for good. Money, guilt, swimpy toms. You know, feeling bad about charging full price. Up ice. Apologizing for your success. Downplaying your achievements. Feeling guilty about having more than others. You know, money, guilt, and anti. I. Dokes. You know, A-N-T. And D. E. At. Do. E. I. Value. Recognition. I deserve to be paid well because I provide valuable services. You antidote or implication. The more money I have, the more people I can help. Antidote serene with health circulation. Money in my hand circulates through the economy, creating jobs and opportunities. Antidotes, STEWARDS, hip mindset. I'm a steward of wealth, responsible for using it wisely. Section C, the comparison trap escape. Poor mindset compares UP and feels inadequate. Rich mindset compares to learn and improve. To Teo Aki come. Pars and payas in R. Payas in petiter. No. Looking at others' success and feeling jealous. Focusing on what others have that you don't progress the failure. Fear conquest. Poor mindset is paralyzed by fear of failure. Rich mindset sees failure as education. Fear, swim toms. You know, not taking risks, not starting projects, not pursuing OPP opportunities, playing it safe. Fear solutions. You know, solution, reference failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Solution R, minimize consequences. Ask, what's the worst that could happen, and could I recover from that? Solution 3, maximize learning. Every failure teaches lessons that success cannot teach. Solution, sector AT, failure, axarity, failure. The fatter you failure, the faster you fail, the faster you learn, the faster you succeed. Tishi, rich mindset clear formula. Fail fast, learn quickly, adjust immediately, try again, succeed. Eventually, Tishi, final awakening, your wealthy destiny. Streets. Listen to me one last time. With everything you've got, you are not the same person who started reading this speech. That person who accepted poor mindset, Joe and E. That person who made excuses about money, Joni. That person who thought wealth was for other people, John forever. You now know the difference between rich and poor mindset. You now understand the principles of wealth consciousness. You now have the strategies for financial transformation, but knowledge without action is just expensive entertainment. Understanding without implementation is just intellectual masturbation. Strategy without execution are just sophisticated excuses. The question isn't whether you can develop rich mindset. You already have it inside you. The question isn't whether these strategies work. They've worked for millions of people. The question is, will you use what you now know? Right now, you have two choices. Kais, close the speech, go back to your old patterns, keep thinking like a poor person, and stay exactly where you are. Stand up right now. Declare your commitment to rich mindset and take one action that a wealthy person would take. I'm telling you, begging you, demanding of you, choose wealth consciousness, choose abundance thinking, choose rich mindset. Your family needs you to be wealthy. Your community needs your success. Your dreams need your commitment. Your future needs your action. The poor mindset version of you is dead. The rich mindset version of you is alive and ready to dominate. Don't you dare dishonor everything you've learned by doing nothing with it. Don't you dare waste this transformation by staying comfortable. Don't you dare play small when you were created for greatness. I'm done talking. It's time for you to start walking. Walk like you to start walking. Walk like a wealthy person. Think like a successful person. Act like a rich person. Your wealthy destiny is waiting for you to claim it now. Go now. Go become the wealthy person. Wealthy person you were always meant to be. The identity shift protocol. The ultimate transformation is changing your identity from poor-minded to rich-minded. The PORIDNT statements, I'm not good with money. I'm not a business person. I'm not cut out for success. Rich people are different from me. Rich identity statements. I'm learning to master money. I'm developing business skills. I'm becoming successful one day at a time. I have what it takes to build wealth. THEIDNT transformation proofs. Step E, connoting IDNT AUDIT. How do you currently identify financially? What stories do you tell about your money abilities? What beliefs do you hold about your financial future? Step R, target identification. How does a wealthy person think? How does a successful person ACT? What beliefs does a rich person hold? Step C, bridge the gap. What actions would your wealthy identity take? How would your successful self respond to challenges? What decisions would your rich identity make? Step Sir ACT from new identity. I go make decisions as your wealthy self. Take actions your successful self would take. Think thoughts your rich self would think the wealth consciousness integration. Rich mindset becomes your defunnel operating system. Integration into quarters. Indicator E, automatic reverse S. You automatically think in terms of value creation, port unity recognition, solution development, without building, indicator natural language. Your language naturally reflects abundance thinking, possibilities focus, growth orientation, success expectation, indicator serene, instinctive decisions, You instinctively make decisions based on, long-term wealth building, value creation, opportunity maximization, risk management indicator, effortless habits, rich mindset habits become natural, effortless, enjoyable, the legacy creation vision. Rich mindset thinks beyond personal wealth to generational impact. Lazy questions, what financial legacy do I want to leave? How do I want to be remembered financially? What impact do I want my wealth? It's a prestige. It's a systemic rich. What impact do I want my wealth to have? How can I help others develop rich mindset? Without legacy components, component E, financial assets, building wealth that outlasts your liftemine, investment portfolios, real estate holdings, business equity, intellectual property, component R, financial, education, teaching others what you've learned, your children, your community, your EMCOEs, future generations, competence, sen, pihalan harapic impact, using wealth to make the world better, charitable, giving, community investment, social, entrepreneurship, cost support, component. Sue, mindset, multi-putzellation, helping others, develop rich consciousness, mentoring others, sharing your story, teaching parai principles, creating OPP or opportunities for others, Kimbernet, Sir, mindy set, multiplication, helping others, developers, rich consciousness, mentoring others, sharing your story, teaching principles, creating OPP opportunities for others. The final declaration. This is it. This is your moment. You learn the difference between rich and poor mindset. You understand the principles. You know the strategies. Now you have a choice. You can go back to poor mindset, thinking, making EXU uses instead of solutions. Focusing on limitations instead of possibilities. Thinking scarcity instead of abundance. Playing it safe instead of taking calculated risk soar. You can embrace rich mindset living. Creating the value for others. Seeing OPP opportunities everywhere. 3, thinking in terms of abundance. Taking action despite fear. I can make this declaration right now. E, I am done with poor mindset thinking. I am done making excuses for my financial situation. I am done playing smitten with my potential. I am done accepting mediocrity as my destiny. From this moment forward, I think like a wealthy person. From this moment forward, I act like a successful person. From this moment forward, I make decisions like a rich person. From this moment forward, I create value like an entrepreneur. I see opportunities where others see problems. I create solutions where others see obstacles. I build wealth where others make excuses. I think abundance where others think scarcity. I am not just changing my financial situation. I am changing my financial identity. I am not just making more money. I am becoming a wealthy person. This is my declaration of financial independence. This is my commitment to wealth consciousness. This is my promise to myself and my future. I have a rich mindset, and rich mindset creates rich results. Now go, Saverkret the elth dittetufter, no sectus. Now go, create the wealth you deserve. Your rich mindset journey starts right now. Take one action today that a wealthy person would take. Make one decision today that moves you toward abundance. Think one thought today that opens possibilities instead of closing them. The world needs your value. The world needs your success. The world needs your wealth. Don't you dare keep it from the world any longer. Rich mindset is your birthright. Wealth is your destiny. This is your inevitable outcome. Now go claim it all.